Hi.
Hi, so I just realized that those are all cat versions of the characters in the show.
Yeah. It's never really stated
So that's
in this
Mina.
version. Yeah. It's never really stated in this version, but Aizawa is a cat person. So these are just
Midoriya.
Amala's cats. This is not like a direct thing of the show. It's just a cute little shirt.
This is Todoroki.
Todoroki? Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. There's
Oh, and this one's
invisible.
the most obvious and also kind of weird.
Yeah, he couldn't be a cat, so it's a bird. And there's the invisible girl. So anyway, let's get to it.
Yay.
What is that thing?
Terrifying.
Has the training started already?
Terrifying.
I thought we were
That's what it
rescuing
is.
people. Stay back.
Just say it very matter of fact. It's terrifying.
This is real.
I do like that teacher's abilities. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, that he can cancel out of quirk.
Not only that, but his cool little tangled thing that he can use.
Perplexing. According to the schedule we retrieved from UA, All Might should be here as well.
So you scumbags used the press as a cover and sneaked onto campus.
Shooting squad, take your aim.
Didn't our
Yikes.
intel say it was just gonna be 13 and All Might out here? Who's that?
Don't recognize him. But if he thinks he can take us down easy, he's dead.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot. That's gonna be super useful right now.
That's the
Canceling out quirks?
A pro! He can cancel your quirks just by looking at you!
Cancellation? Bet you can't erase the quirk of a heteromorphic type like me, can you?
Yeah, you're right. But a villain like you is only dangerous if you can reach me. Good thing. I'm taking measures to make sure that never happens. Now which one of you gutter punks is next?
The worst thing about dealing with pros is when they live up to all their hype.
He's really very wonderful, Zero. He's probably right up there. He's ranked up there with some of my favorite quirks in this.
Go.
Not gonna be that easy.
There is no escape for you to meet my comrades and your deaths.
Crap, what is this?
What's going on?
Yeah, that's not good. What?
Water. He must have a warping quirk. They came here to kill All Might. I guess it's a good thing he's not in class right now. But where is he?
Who that?
First catch of the day.
Oh no.
Personal kid, but you gotta die.
Yeah. So I guess a good villain, because I would be freaked out by it. No.
For a frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Sue. Perfect.
Oh
floaty.
wow.
Fork.
And he looks like he's wearing a
You saved my life, Asui.
diaper, so it's extra weird.
I told you to call me
Bowl?
Sue.
Suyu Asui, her quirk, frog.
Pretty
Self-explanatory, she could basically do anything a frog can. You bastards! I'll enjoy eating you!
So there's several of them?
Asui might be right. If they're here for All Might, they may have a way to defeat him. They wouldn't have planned this attack if they didn't. But why him out of all the heroes? Because his very existence discourages villains and evil? Because he's the one and only symbol of peace and justice? Actually, it doesn't matter.
Young man, you too can become a hero. Come on, fanboy! Show me that fighting spirit!
I don't care what their reasons are.
Welcome, young Midoriya.
Congrats on getting in.
I have to focus.
Fear not, citizens! Hope has arrived!
Because I am here.
I have to face this
I
evil.
just wait for it. Whenever I see the hands open, I'm just like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
If they can
happen.
beat him, then we have to stop whatever it is these bad guys are planning. We have to work together and keep All Might safe. No one at UA knows what's happening. This is up to us. Let's be heroes.
Yeah, Minetta's diaper is supposed to be a bowl.
Sure looks
To
like a
give,
diaper.
I know, to give him like an aesthetic to look like grapes in a bowl. It's bad. It's a bad costume.
Yeah. Doesn't look comfortable or useful either.
Can't get through to 13 or Aizawa. Then again, they are teaching. Unlike me, I'm neglecting my duties because I spent the entire morning commute being heroic. An amateur move. What was I thinking? Maybe I should just show up and say something inspiring at the end. Yeah, get a
No,
good 10
this is
minutes
actually
out of my
worked
hero
out
form.
right now, so maybe just stay put.
Time to join my students.
Like, if you didn't solve all those murders or crimes or
Got
whatever,
them? Anything?
then
Where
we
is
wouldn't be
everyone?
sitting here, so.
They've been scattered across the facility, but our classmates
Leave it
are
to somebody
still
else.
here.
What do we do? The guy's not affected by physical attacks and can apparently teleport stuff?
Class rep,
Yes.
I have a job for you. Run to the school and tell the faculty what's going on here. The alarms aren't sounding, and our phones and radios are useless right now. One of these villains must be to blame. Even though Eraserhead is canceling people's quirks left and right, we're still completely sealed off from the outside world. Likely whoever is causing this interference hit as soon as they warped into the USJ. They could be anywhere, impossible to hunt down. It'll be faster for you to run and get help than for us to find whoever's jamming everything.
Yes, but it would be disgraceful for me to leave you all behind.
Go emergency exit. There are lots of alarms outside. That's why they're keeping all of us trapped inside the USJ, right?
As long as you can get outside, they won't follow. Blow this stupid mist away with those engine legs.
Use your quirk to save others. Be a real hero.
I can help you out. Just like I did when I floated you in the cafeteria. Okay? No prob. Please, class rep, do it!
Even if this is your only option,
This
are
Buster
you really
is
foolish
out there.
enough to strategize in front of your enemy?
It won't matter if you know what we're planning or not when I'm done with you. Black hole!
Thank goodness for
Are
13.
you crazy? These guys might be able to kill All Might, and you think we can take them? Did you hit your head when we got warped here? The best plan is for us to just wait for a real pro from UA to come and save us.
Think about it. Those villains down there clearly have an advantage in the water, and assume that's where we'll fight.
Are you even listening?
If that's the case, they must have known what was inside the USJ before they warped in.
Yeah. But for a group with such careful planning, there's one thing that really sticks out to me. Something that just doesn't add up. They sent you here, Asui. Whoops, I meant Sue! Yeah, they warped you to the shipwreck zone.
That kind of fell apart on you, didn't it?
A little bit.
Why does it matter that she's here?
Yeah, okay, right. It means the villains probably have no idea what our quirks are.
Ribbit. You've got a point.
That makes
If they knew
sense.
I was a frog, they would have sent me into that fire zone over there instead of somewhere full of water.
Right.
They probably separated us because they didn't know what we could do and planned to overpower us once we were in smaller groups. Easier to pick us off one by one.
Yeah, makes
We
sense.
can use that to our advantage. They don't know what our quirks are. So for all they know, the three of us could be super powerful. Look, none of them are trying to climb into the boat. That proves they're a little unsure. But that means they're not going to underestimate us either. They're being smart and playing it safe.
Using that brain,
For
Midori.
now.
So let's talk quirks. I'll go first if you want. Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall.
Oh, that's
And of
cool.
course, there's my tongue. I can stick it out about 20 meters. Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful.
What?
Finally, I also secrete a toxic
What a
mucus.
weird-
It just stings a bit.
Secrete mucus.
We can probably only use my jumping and my tongue here. Forget about the last things.
I figured you were powerful, but that's crazy. I'm strong, but it comes at a price. Once I use my power, I'm pretty much out of commission. It's a double-edged sword until I can control it.
I've got these sticky balls. Their strength varies. Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day. They grow back as fast as I can pull them off, but I'll bleed if I use too many.
Interesting.
Oh, and they don't stick to me. I just bounce right off them. Don't look at me like that! This is why I said we should wait for the real heroes! My quirk is totally unfit for battle and we're gonna
Oh, you have an incredible power! Really, we just have to figure out how to use it!
I'm starting to get bored! Let's get the show on the road!
That's a great power. Now the ship's sinking.
Don't freak out! You gotta calm down! They'll guess your quirk!
What the hell are these things?
Wait, they're afraid to touch them.
The boat will be fully submerged in less than a minute. And once they're in the water, they don't stand a chance against us.
We're fish food! So, Minetta, are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
I swear not to be scared right now!
So
We just
calm.
got out of junior high a little while ago! I didn't think I'd be facing death a few days after starting UA! I can't believe I'm gonna die without ever getting to touch Yairo through the bill!
Listen up. An enemy that's certain of their victory is bound to make a mistake. All Might said something along those lines in a TV interview a while back.
That makes sense.
What does that mean?
Now's our chance. We can beat them.
Poor babies sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
Hey now, don't forget Shigaraki told us to keep our guards up. We can't judge them by how old they are, but by their quirks. They could do anything. Of course, we'll definitely have an advantage in the water, so I'm not exactly worried for us.
Come on,
Can't be
act
serious,
like cops
Midoriya,
on
what
one.
are you?
Now die!
Stupid move, kid!
Even if I use a smash, I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the
His
shipwreck.
real
So I can't
power
with
here
my arm
is
just yet.
his logic.
Focus! Remember the image of the egg not exploding!
Ready, Minetta?
Even though he's as scared as I am, even though he's shaking, he's still going through with this.
Because you can't just sit there and wait.
Yeah, it's either you just die or you try not to. Nice. Oh, nice. That's cool. Just like flipping yourself through the air. That's great.
What the heck, Midoriya? How do you do it? You're acting so cool, and I'm not helping at all.
Take this, you villain! You can eat my sticky ball!
What's going on? I'm getting trapped in! These come from that kid? I can't get him off of me!
Nice.
If a strong force is applied to water's surface, the water will be pushed away, and then come rushing right back to the middle!
Nice. And the balls came in handy because they all attached them together.
Not too shabby. You guys are amazing. Both of you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I guess we passed the shipwreck zone.
That's genius.
All right.
So this episode felt like even less happened, but it was like really good awesomeness that did happen. Yeah, I think it's Midoriya's logic that ultimately is gonna make him kind of a much stronger leader than all the rest of these characters. And Minetta, yeah. For some reason I thought his abilities were cooler than that.
You know what? I don't feel like it's a terrible ability, though.
Sticky balls?
I don't feel like it's a terrible ability. If it had been on a different character, I think I would have liked it a lot more. But as far as like capture and stuff goes, we saw it in a really good use here. If you get one ball stuck to one person and you get stuck, how are you gonna get out?
Right, that's true.
So, like, you're done after that. So.
He can't use them too much, though, because he says he'll bleed.
Yes. So there are a lot of other things that happen in the earlier part of this episode. What's kind of fun with this is, even though I think you said you don't think that a lot goes on, I feel like there's so much that goes on that they could have chopped this up into.
When I say not a lot goes on, it's because I'm such a visual person that I like need a scene change like frequently for me to feel like a lot is happening. But that doesn't mean that a lot isn't happening. It's just in my mindset, I'm like, oh, they didn't go to many places.
Okay, they haven't gone to many places. When you say scene change, you mean like scenery change, not
scenery change.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're all staying in the USJ. The first half of this was all about Eraserhead's fight. The second half was all about trying to get Ida out. And the last half, obviously, what we saw was Sue and Midoriya and Mineta. I wanted to go back to the Eraserhead portion of this.
Yeah.
So he's fighting all of these bad guys by himself.
Yeah.
By himself.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. And we had a little bit of dialogue within there that
was pretty awesome
to point out to you.
Sure.
So if you notice, Eraserhead can't erase all quirks.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only a specific types that he can erase. So if your body is augmented, he can't erase that. So like the 3 different kinds specifically are mutant, transformation, and emitter. So I'm going to give you examples of each of these.
Mutant, transformation, and emitter.
Yeah, so mutants are like those 3 because if Eraserhead were to erase Shoji's quirk, the multiple arm guy, he would not get rid of his like bat wing type arms things.
I see.
It would get rid of his ability to make mouths or things potentially, but not necessarily that because it's a mutant quirk.
Okay.
All right, second one, transformation. So transformation would be kind of like Kirishima, this hardening guy.
Yeah.
Or like Mount Lady, where the Mount Lady is not in here. She was the one that gets really, really big in the first episode.
Like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
But biological.
But reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a transformation quirk.
Uh-huh.
Which could potentially be erased. That we're not 100% knowledgeable about Eraserhead's quirk, but I'm just telling you the different kinds.
There's certain kinds where it works because it works, and sometimes it doesn't because of just weird reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it could be fairly dangerous if he can't go against somebody like that.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
All right. That's all I wanted to point out for this episode. Any final thoughts?
Eraserhead's awesome.
There you go. There you go. Aizawa, pretty badass.
And once again, that ending was great.
All right. Well, thanks for fanning out with us.
Fans out.
Plus
Ultra!